Alia's search for the roboticist Janiki Remba has ended at the wreckage of his ship. Remba was looking for an ancient observatory called the Vault, which he claimed could prevent a great darkness from overtaking the nebula. Perhaps other ancient sites, like the mysterious Withering Palace mentioned by an ancient voice from the past, will yield more clues. Meanwhile, Alia has still not told Professor Miari about Remba's death. Okay, cursor's come back. Bear with me. Having a moment. There we go. So yeah, we've ended on the Graveyard Moon, which is actually a really interesting place, I thought. It had a not mysticism, but it was so quiet. And even though it turned out to be a graveyard, which you expect to be quiet, it was the quiet of having been abandoned for many, many years. They really somehow managed to evoke the atmosphere of being the first person there for a very long time. And it feels like the people who were buried here were much more advanced than the current technology levels and things. We know that some kind of cataclysm happened in the past, a kind of dark ages occurred. Before that there were robots, there was an empire. We don't really know exactly what happened. Then new organizations sprang up to replace them. And one of them, and I can't remember what it was, it might be the university itself, but I think it might be called something else. We can check it later. It basically doesn't want anyone to think about history or the past or look anything up. And you're considered a bit weird if you try to do it. It's not like they arrest you or anything, but nobody is interested. It's just been, it's not important. It's what they've been pushing forward. And obviously, there being a dark ages, that makes it feel like there's some mystery to be found. And indeed, all of these places that are kind of pristine because so few people are interested in archaeology and that, sad times. We are the first to get there, and yeah, it's quite fascinating. But the gameplay is a bit buggy. Okay, the Graveyard Moon, a magnificent place long since lost and overgrown. Here we are then. This is the main character. Oh, that seems really loud to me. I don't think I have anyone to help me with the audio just now. I'm going to bring it down for me at least. It's quite low on my side, which means it's probably the game. Okay, if anyone's around who can tell me that how the audio is, as always, very appreciated. It feels very loud for me. There's no master volume. I'm hesitant to tweak it until somebody lets me know if I'm being drowned out. Oh yeah, this was one of the most fascinating places. I don't think I found this in my own personal playthrough. So this, I was going to call it a monolith, but that feels like it should be bigger. It's a kind of a grave marker. You see there's a little niche. I can't point at it because I don't have a cursor. And in other, the wind is howling a little bit. Other grave markers, there's been things inside there. And on top, you can just see, I can highlight, I think, yeah, the hoop. This is what we've seen on robots, or at least our robot. And when we put it on here, because we bought it from somewhere else, there was an electrical charge and a child, a hologram almost, or a ghost, a head basically, popped out the top and started speaking to us. And it seems like it came from a very, very long time ago. And I was very excited, finding something that you didn't find in a previous playthrough is always good. But it was also really, really sad. So that was a great moment to end on, obviously, because the child didn't understand. Things weren't working correctly, maybe, but they couldn't see. They said everything was darkness, and they had been fleeing a palace. So, it was quite something. I wonder if we can have a look at that. Hi, Keva. Or is that Kethal? Sorry, my eyes aren't so great. Six couldn't get across to where we were in the graveyard moon, so they're back. Oh, I just missed that. That's one of my frustrations with the game, is like if I don't, the text popping up, it just goes away and I didn't get a chance to read it, and I don't. Anyway, let's go to now. Spoke to a ghost. Hopefully that'll be more explanatory. An ancient recording of a child talked to me from a shrine. Well, I covered that, didn't I? Oh, there's something over here. The hologram I saw in the graveyard visits the Withering Palace? Cross question mark. Some kind of secret site, maybe? How did she even get there? So, Aaliyah is saying it's going to be around during the Holy Empire time, around like 370 years ago. That ghost was in the Withering Palace. So this isn't the Withering Palace. That's somewhere we're going to keep an eye out. Yeah, oh, hi, Callum, by the way. Nice to see you as always. Okay, so the wind, I think the wind is supposed to be a bit loud, but we don't want it drowning me out. We're not going to be in a windy place for very long, but I will bring it down a bit then. I haven't played this for a while, so I'm trying to remind myself. I have, yeah, Keppel, I have set the text speed a bit slower, but I still struggle a bit. It's me trying to put emotion into the talking or something. Maybe I can have another look. Okay, we'll bring everything down a little bit. You know, I'm tempted to just... What do you think about me just removing the music entirely? I know it's not ideal, but it's the music that's causing the muted audio. And this, of course, isn't a problem for you guys who are watching live, but anyone who watches the VOD. It's really off-putting to look at a VOD. It says muted audio. You're not so likely to go for it. But it's like, oh, what do I do? Should I do what's best for live people? But live people, what the hell? This is why I had to make another cup of tea. Ah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, well, they should just been here live, right? All right, text speed. Oh, we'll pull it all the way down then. But I found that the text speed is only for certain text. I think it's the dialogue rather than the just random pop-ups. It's all a little bit messy, but we'll do the best. Breakfast and coffee, is it? It's a little concerning that I only had my breakfast and coffee, not coffee, I had tea, obviously, like an hour ago, and you're literally on the other side of the pond. Shows how good my morning was. A little bit slow. All right, well, we need to move on. I ramble way too much. Let's head on with the awkward. Traversal is awkward, but I do find it's worth it. I mean, I'm streaming it, you know, I have played the game before. So while it's really awkward, oh, there's Six. Mistress! There you are, Mistress. I've forgotten the voice. I don't need to. Mistress. Hi. I was able to manipulate the hopper once more to cross the broken bridge. In other words, here I am. I don't like Olive. She's really mean. Huh? Six. I spoke to a ghost. I also can't do her accent. I can't do it. I put this hoop I found on a plinth buzzing with static. Plinth, that's what I was going for, not monolith. And a face appeared. It spoke to me. Curious. What did it say? She's quite pragmatic. It meant, see, that one was got fading away quite quickly. It mentioned a place called the Withering Palace. I have not heard that name before, Mistress. And yet, because she's rude, I want to do number 2, but because I want to know what's going on, I want to do number 1, but they're disappearing. So it doesn't matter. And it's decided for me. The name fills me with dread. Time to depart, Mistress? Not yet. Yeah. But yeah, okay. We know the jank. We know the jank. Let's not go on about it. Let's just carry on. I don't know if there's more to explore. We can't jump because game. Oh, fine. I'll reply. Stupid face. But how did it happen? Oh, I took it. What actually was that metal hoop thing? Did you not recognize the hoop immediately, Mistress? I have one. I recognized it. Evidently, it is a robot neck. Removed and repurposed. Most macabre. Oh, repurposed, okay. A neck? Certainly. It contains the projector, perhaps also the sequencer for the core. If you will, it brings the recorded soul to life. It does sound a bit creepy, but you know, death and all that. The neck animated the core that was stuck inside that figurine. The child you spoke to is not stuck anywhere, mistress. Evidently, it is merely a recording. Really, it seemed to be replying. Maybe it wasn't, I can't remember. Perhaps there were metal hoops on all of these shrines originally. They might have been looted if they're valuable. Sucks. Looting a graveyard, though. I mean, who would do that? They're not in a game. Alright, I'll look at the thing it wants me to look at. Was the graveyard moon looted? Well, I'm glad I looked at that. I wish I could... Mistress, I must complain at your decision to go off alone. Without any way to detect your well-being, I was very close to leaving the moon. Jesus, it wasn't that long. Endless conversation. You wouldn't leave me. Your ethical core wouldn't let you leave me. Mistress, you do not understand how my core functions. Yes, I do. Sorry, she's just horrible. I have to do this. My core is statistical. It works on probabilities. If the probability is that you are already dead or cannot be saved, then I fear it holds no obligation over me. Can't see. Now you tell me that. My core regrets the oversight, mistress. I assumed you knew. I am not your first robot, after all. See, now the text is appearing too slowly, but disappearing at a nice rate. We'll get that ethical core removed one of these days. My friend Ori could do it. With respect, mistress. Ooh, he's standing up. I am certain she could not. Oh, he's got his mad face on. I know why I'm deciding 6 is male. I mean, there's absolutely nothing that says, but I think, unfortunately, we're programmed to go to default to he. It's a weird thing. This whole place, 6, must have once been filled with voices like hers. A head atop every shrine. All talking, hopefully not at the same time. Arguing. Laughing. This place was a haven. And now you can hear a pebble drop. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, don't remove my core. Oh, still got remarks. I think the coloured ones are more important. The shrine outside the hermitage where Remba died. It was just like these, I suppose. And just like these, it had run out of power. That seems likely, mistress. Always still mad. Go with that. 6 is my pal. It's so sad. I mean, that's what you gotta risk with these kind of things. I don't want to keep talking. She's so annoying. You're gonna run out of power one day. Sad though. They thought they'd be remembered. Stone mark. Have we looked at this one? Nothing on this one. We want to do translations poorly. Okay, this one. I don't think I went to this side. Oh, more markings here. Translate. This is what we're here for. Yes. Awkwardly translating. There's a few words in this one. Gravestone. All right, we've got some suggestions. I've got 2 with question marks, that's us and mechanicals, and then 2 a bit more assuredly of as and towards. You know what I want to play? I really want to play Chants of Sennaar. It looks like it has, not similar exactly, but it has translation. My problem with that one is that it also has puzzles, and if you've been watching my Growbot playthrough, you know that I'm just tragic at the simplest of puzzles. I'm also not a fan of the artwork. But that can be completely steamrolled by a good translation system and, you know, an interesting story. I mean, look at Return of the Obra Dinn. So ugly it makes my eyeballs hurt, but such a good game. Anyway, I got distracted. I'll get Chants of Sennaar one day. That's my thing. All right, we've got towards or toward, possibly. Got some wiggles of us. There we go. Oh, and we've separated the words. I'm certain my translation for us is correct now. Yay! Yeah, have you played it, Capal? I've played the demo, so that's how I know these things. But yeah, it's on my wish list. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know. It's just so satisfying to do this. I think, I do think similar things in my my private life. Not translation of alien text, obviously. Really, you think the art style is similar? Oh my, I would say it was very, very different. At what I saw, it's very. I also don't like I don't like yellow. But no, it's. I mean, this one is a bit painterly. There's almost a Paper Mario vibe going on in certain ways with the character models. And Chants of Sennaar is more line drawing, with that very, very clean, not many textures. It's very popular lately in games, unfortunately. Not with me. All right, we got a long word. Related words could be, or not, forever, pilgrim, or walls. Blending in. We've got some suggestions. It could be ascend, goblet, shout, or return. I'm assuming when it gives us suggestions, it's part of Alia's previous research before we met her. Although, I do wish she was like more. I wish she was older to make it more convincing that she'd be good at this. Because I'm a bit like, you're very young. Are you just guessing? But maybe that's my sad judgment. You just see it too often in telly and now in games. Like, oh no, they have to be young. The protagonists have to be young. Otherwise, young people will not play the game. They will not empathize. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent there, aren't I? All right, something towards us. Something. Now we've got to keep in mind it's a gravestone. You can't return towards something that doesn't make grammatical sense. Shout towards us does. Goblet towards us just sounds a little violent, a little tavern brawly. Yeah, option to play Huang when. Ascend towards us. It sounds kind of like what the game would go for, but it also sounds clunky. But then, you know, translations of a different language are never exact. I still want to put goblet. It's not very like the suggestions. Definitely not like forever. I'm going to look at the shorter word at the end. Okay, towards us. Something towards us. Act. No. Something towards us free, quickly, or safely. Quickly. It's feeling like quickly to me. Just my teacup towards. Yeah. Teacup towards us safely. I have downloaded the demo for Botany Manor, actually. Mostly because I think my little sister would really like it. But I'm still trying to persuade her to get a PC, so take a while. So it's quickly or safely. Ascends towards us. I mean, safely, they're dead. I don't think they're minding about people being safe. I'm going to put quickly or fast. But ascend doesn't. Ascend is the only one that fits, even though it sounds a little, like, not in a natural way to speak. Like, shout towards us quickly doesn't make sense. And we've already talked about returning goblet. I just like saying goblet. We'll put ascend for now. Oh, lift is also an option. I really should hover over these. Lift towards us? That doesn't make sense. There aren't any second. Well, I'm going to put it there, even though I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. No, I don't want. Nope, I'm done. Continue. Yeah, that sounds stupid, doesn't it? But it's okay. I can blame Alia. I'm just moving the old pop filter. The gardens here, quite remote. Yeah, that's not useful. The graves are surprisingly simple. No great tombs or mausoleums. No one cares, Alia. Smooth. Smooth, touchy touch. Why is this one a spooky red colour? That is not the right direction for these lamps. I should know. My partner is a lighting artist. That means I've absorbed talent. Did the emperors believe in the loop, mistress? Did they believe they were returning to sail the rivers? Hello? Perhaps their bodies were not important. See, 6 just says much more interesting things. Perhaps this whole moon is their monument. See? Meh. I just talk because I want to know what 6 will say. A graveyard of emperors, I think. And whoever lived and died in that hermitage knew about it. Maybe people from Mercy built the graveyard. That seems most unlikely, mistress. I would have expected something grander from an emperor. Gosh, she's so frustrating. A tomb, a mausoleum. These graves are so small. These are not public graves, mistress. There was no one here to impress. Going to keep clicking. It's a good moon for a graveyard. What does that even... Okay, you said the weather here was calm. Whoever built this place had their pick of moons, mistress. It wasn't calm, it's really windy. An intact Empire Site 6. Everything on Iox was rebuilt after the fall. Ioxian something, isn't it? That's what's written at the beginning. This place was never destroyed. We must assume it was never found. I'm leeching out the lore here. This place is a graveyard connected to the Empire. A graveyard of emperors. Wow, her memory's as good as mine. Awkward. I think she's run out of things to say. Yeah, the fact that she's like, oh my god, why don't they have something rich? And I'm really worried about an historian who cannot think outside the confines of her current knowledge. Oh, can she annoy me anymore? I do not believe there is anyone else here to talk to. We have acquired 2 ancient artifacts here, the charm and the robot neck. We have also discovered the existence of one new location, the Withering Pass. I don't remember the charm. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Yeah, don't hassle me, exactly. He gets a little pushy about it. I will go. I'm enjoying this nice peaceful place, all these nice plants and flowers. Here's another. Why did the Emperor scratch a map to this place in the wall of the Hermitage? Perhaps he was dying, and this was where he wished to be buried. Oh, translation! Yeah! Yeah, see, 6 is less like, well, yeah. We'll go with what 6 said. This one is a phrase run together. Thank goodness 6 is here. Is it just me? Is it just me? Am I just being really weird about it? I think it becomes more obvious when she talks to people. She's just unpleasant. And just kind of dumb. It's awkward. I'm so judgy. Okay, we've got symbols for me. Possibly. We've got potentially the symbols for quickly or fast. Potentially from Ah, no, because now there's a sail all by itself. Yes, I know I'm wrong. I know. Okay, doesn't like me. Sure. I guess, it would be a bit much for it, like, if you haven't heard me talk about it before. She's built up on this, I swear. I'm not pulling this out of nowhere. She is unpleasant. Okay, we'll put From back on. Possibly towards... either From or towards. It could be of, but can't be of toward. That's stupid. Great, so we've got a big From. Can I do the... can you let me do the... It's mad at me. Ooh, I didn't even know I could pick him up like that. Exciting times. See, that's just it, Kepal. I don't think you can excuse rudeness just because someone is young. She's an adult. And I just... no. I just don't like her. I'm stuck here, so I'm going to exit. Impossible. No, that's not what I said. Just into a gravestone. Okay. That, yeah, I could put that down to being young and inexperienced. Her saying impossible, but a little awkward. A doorway. Exciting stuff. All right, I thought she was going to say something about the doorway. Ooh, a glass house. It must have been fine once. I always like ruins that are overgrown like this. Oh, well, I couldn't say I'm definitely smarter, just smarter in certain ways. Definitely more polite, and that's my main gripe. I can't remember where we've been. This is the way in. Can we do a hop skip? Oh dear. I'm not going across that. Miss Witten has zoomed into her belt. The odds of collapse are enormous. I strongly suggest we use the hopper to return to the ship. I don't like how it pushes me. I'm going to say the third one. Your ethical core won't let you leave me. You're stuck with me. So come on. Oh, it made it. I was worried about him. Oh, there's an inscription here. This cool little bow thing. Yep. Is something the matter? No, I can't click on the bloody thing. That's what the matter is. I am detecting certain elevated emotional markers. Am I being short with you? Yeah, I am playing her into it. I'm sorry, Six. See, I didn't have to read that sarcastically, but that's where we're going. If it troubles you, I'll try to be more polite. Oh, she's talking to me! She got me. Staring right at me after that. I've been had. This one is the end of a broken fragment of text. Ah, don't be an Aaliyah apologist, Kefal. There's a way to sound intelligent without giving up information. And that, I guess what I was describing is unintelligence. I don't think I mean unintelligence exactly. More a lack of being able to see past herself and her own experiences, which isn't an intelligence issue. It's, yeah, partially experience, like you said. But just a curiosity of the mind and an imagination that makes me feel she's a little dull. It's definitely just personal preference. I'm sure many people find her okay. Apart from when she's rude to Six. All right, we've got the end of a sentence. Sorry if I ramble. I'm really quite sleepy, so I was actually staring out of the window when I was saying that. Now, because now when I've moved my office, I can look into the garden. I'm like, ooh, clouds. And oh shit, I'm doing so. It's fine. I don't even know what time it is. I'm fine. All right. Bless sounds nice. This. Bless this. Okay, we've another long one, but I'm sure it translates as bless. We have bless. I'm also sure of this. Bless this. Wait, place, people, house. So it was on a sculpture. Place sounds most likely. You don't say this people. Well, I really hope that was so awkward. Bad grammar. You carved into something. Wait doesn't make sense. There's a slim chance that it's house as a kind of broad translation of building, but I will put place. Continue. Sundial, thank you. I completely blanked on it. Ever since we went to Mercy, I have to look into all of the bushes. Oh hell. Oh, I thought I was stuck. Can you tell the time by the sundial on Iox, mistress? Huang claims he can. But what? Never mind, Six. I don't want to... I don't know what she thinks of Huang. I guess I could have chosen what she thinks of Huang, but in the moment, wasn't quite sure. We know that Huang has a thing for her, but she seems like someone who wouldn't notice. Yeah, we can go inside the glass house. Ah.
The air inside the glass house was damp. It smelt like fruit and warm water.
Oh man, that sounds kind of muggy. The tree. Oh, I clicked on the tree. This is quite a collection, mistress. These plants must have once been assembled. It's even bigger close up. Trying to look up. Reminds me of the tree of knowledge on Iox. Wait, mistress. Oh. What? I don't want to wait. Someone's prized collection? Assembled over many years, I should imagine. Oh, it means like cultivated. You know, they did some landscaping. What should you go over here for? Did you see something? Well, we're just looking at this nice flower. All right. Cool beans. Can you hear the rustling of the leaves when I go past and things like that? Because I don't want to turn it down too much. The tree is the same as the one from Iox, mistress. The tree is the same, genetically speaking. Either the tree on Iox is a cutting from this tree, or this tree is a cutting from the one on Iox. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we know people lived in the area, so all good. Trees? I like trees. The air is warm. Sorry, there. I thought she could maybe have a little sit on a bench, enjoy the smells, make remarks. This isn't a temple then. Didn't look much like one. Is there anywhere else I can go, or was it just... Oh, that a thing. There's a thing on the floor. Something among the leaves. Okay. A golden bangle with a mast-shaped pendant. Looks like it dates from the earliest days of the Empire. The surface has been carved with small characters. Yes, it has. The precision required for this. You know, she says like mast-shaped. Doesn't that just mean it's kind of like a stick? This is the end of a longer line of text. I'm just concerned you can't hear any of the background sound and it's just my weird echoey voice. Nobody wants that. Sorry if you hear me gulping my tea. I have the bucket of tea today, so there'll be pauses. All right, so we found a golden bangle from possibly the Empire. Whoa, we have a really long word that could mean empires here that we could maybe add in. No, because there's no mountain. Don't be silly, Alia. Remember, that sounds good, like a remembrance piece. Right at the front, remember. Remember in or at. With? No. We don't have everything. Remember something in something. Oh, yes, okay. We've got 4 words. This word, it's rather short. It could be related to goddess or those. The related words will get better as we learn more of the language. I don't know, would you inscribe your bangle with remember traitors? Remember, it's the end of a sentence. Saying remember too often now, aren't I? Remember something in something. Remember yourself? That sounds poetic. Let's try that. Oh, it's a bit long. Remember yourself in... I mean, you think gardens because we're in a garden. In rocks, I don't imagine anyone would carve into a bangle. Remember yourself in stars sounds nice, but we've got nothing to... There's nothing that we've come across that makes us feel that that is something they would have a belief in. Mostly it's been about water and life and light. I'm not sure. Is that yourself? Let's go back. Remember temples? That doesn't make sense. Remember yours? That no. No, I think it is. It's just a little awkward, but that's okay. So related words could be dead, treasures, or sleep. It doesn't really look like dead, but maybe it's a hint. Don't overthink it. Looks more like treasures. I'm going to go with gardens just because we're in gardens. It doesn't mean that's what we actually think. Remember yourself in gardens. I could still change my mind. Yeah, we probably will have to go back to things at some point. It's just because it was in a garden. This can't be from the same site as that charm or the robot neck we found before. Seriously. In fact, I don't think we've seen anything like this bangle before. Oh. Well, you could have told me that first. You didn't give me all the information. Poke you in the eye. So this originates from somewhere I never knew existed. Let's have a look. Golden bangle is dropped under a bush in the Emperor's secret garden. Golden bangle. Bangle is cast pre-Empire. An ancient empire. I'll stop complaining. I just remembered something that really puts me off watching streams or Let's Plays is if the player complains a lot. Like, yeah, sure, you complain about some things, but if you go on and on, or if most of your things you're saying are complaining, or you're repeating your complaints, it can be a bit... It drags you down a little bit. I have stopped watching people who are otherwise pretty good just because of that. So I will try. It's not that fun. Golden bangle drop. Found a golden bangle. We want to find the charm because I don't remember. I don't remember. Zoom out a bit. Etched into a gravestone. Carved into respect to a ghost. We want charm. Found charm. Zapped by an ancient shrine. Inscribed into a stone marker. Etched into a gravestone metal hoop. There it is. Found a golden charm. It should help us trace the Withering Palace. Okay. Definitely a garden. This chamber was some form of arboretum. Now 6 is saying there are traces of a wide variety of plants here. What happened to them? The inevitable process of settling. Those most suited to this place survived. Those that were fragile here died. I think it looks nice. Alright. I'm also feeling hot in here. I'm going to turn it up. I'm just... Say again if I've done it wrong. No, the speech was okay, wasn't it? You don't need to hear the UI. It's the SFX. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, you know, how can you get immersed if you can't hear her donking around? There we go. Donk, donk, donk. I think that's all we needed to find here. This will lead us back to the graveyard. I think we've actually covered everything. I think it's creepy when 6 stands up. Oh, we've got something to say. I've never heard of an Empire period graveyard before. The Holy Empire was founded on a belief in rebirth. They believed in the loop. Graveyards were unnecessary. Gonna have to have another look at the loop thing. The loop is current, I believe. Perhaps some did not believe in the loop. Humans, I have observed, are fickle. Right on. Tell us what you really think. I reckon we've explored everywhere now. I will remain until you return. No, right. Oh no, the waterfall's too loud now. Sorry. Another locked door. Maybe we could climb it. 6, give us a boost. Or stuck, maybe. I just wanted to see. Ooh, zoom. Alright. Yeah, I reckon we've done it because we did a lot in the previous stream. But let me have my tea. Nobody wants lukewarm tea. Oh well, it's early days, careful. No promises. Okay, and maybe we will just hop her out. I think we found everything, which is, I really like this moon. I just, yeah, it's one of my favourite places. 6, can we go? 6, I want to go now. Now you don't want to go. That's just petty. Boop. Oh no. Alia, we've done this. I hope 6 waited for me. Oh, unknowable. But I'm here. I'm right here. Okay, I can't speak. We'll have to go back up the stairs and try and trigger the dialogue. Am I? Are you suggesting that I might just want to play as 6? What? Ooh, ooh. Spooky places. I don't want to do any more remarks. Thanks. I think she's just going to be repeating herself. Oh, I got washed out. Can I unlock it from this side? Maybe that'll help 6. No, we don't want to help 6. Screw that guy. Oh, stone marker. This one's buried. I need a machete to find any inscriptions. Well, you said it. There are niches in all of these markers. They're empty. Looted or left that way? I think looted. Can leave the greenhouse on the other side. But now I'm here. I'm just gonna look down. This reminds me of that old Elberethian story about the boy who gets washed into the rivers and drowns and comes back as a fish. making sure I tell the stories right. Can I jump that? Yeah, do it. Go on, do it. Must be too far to jump. Really? Too far to fall, anyway. I'm such a pansy. Maybe I can get the glass house door open and go back that way. No, jump. On the other hand, bless the goddess. Okay, I'm more athletic than her. That's really saying something. Mistress. I am most relieved to be within reach of you once more. Well, if this place is a graveyard, did I get it? Oh no, I got it. What does that make you, goddess? I've got it. She's a death goddess. Welcoming people to the afterlife. And she's much older than everything else here. Sorry, I'm not. It's just really obvious. We're in a graveyard. It's a goddess. What could she possibly be? She's so pleased with herself. Why is the goddess covering her eye, mistress? Death doesn't care what you look. Oh, that's more of a me answer. Sorry. Death doesn't care what you look like. She doesn't need to see. It's hard to understand old symbols without their context. And this goddess is much older than the rest of this site. That's clear. The type of carving is a lot more primitive, even than the grave markers. This whole place is incredible. It's perfect. Obviously, it is nearly 500 years old. Did we go around here? I don't remember. It's been a while. Did we go down here? Is there somewhere we can go? The real question is the withering hands. She's like, don't keep going around here. Yeah. We must have gone this way. They're just repeating dialogue. Ooh. Oh no, that's our ship. I'm fine. I am also clever. There can't be that many more robots left. There were a few hundred in my cohort. That'll keep me going. She's referring to killing them. Yes, mistress. Some kind of painting. Mostly worn away. Almost all worn away. I can't get anything from it, but I mean, you've got some figures in a building. Some of them are bowing, whilst another is maybe receiving something. The sun up the top. There's a wing over there. Mistress, the frieze. There really was a lot of writing here once, mistress. A whole chronicle, perhaps. But I believe some characters can still be seen. Thanks, Six. Wow, that's a lot. Nothing. She's just said nothing. She doesn't even want to try. She's grumpy because Six saw something she didn't. She's like, I can't see anything. I'm like, oh. I want to travel with Six instead. Some people down on the left as well. Interesting. Alright, bear with me. I'm going to open the window a bit more. It's getting a bit stuffy in here. I want to try the transcription. What do you mean nothing? Can't we at least give it a go? Okay, translation. She didn't even want to look at it. Do we have nothing? She just went, oh, that's way too long. Can't be bothered. Hopefully it's more of a look back up on the ship, you know, where she can like make some notes. But you know, a good archaeologist would have your notebook with you, right? Let's have a look anyway. Maybe just pick lots of long words. That'll fix it. We've got an and. That's all anybody needs. A little wormy and. All right. We could put empires at the end. See, what's she talking about? She's like, oh, bad it with all these lovely flowers and peaceful atmosphere. Okay, having some tea. Okay, that looks like a weird word. Of. I'm gonna put of someone new. Yeah, it's the middle of a sentence, so it's always going to be difficult. Something and empires. We'll come back to it. At least we've put something down. Alia. She got so annoyed. I mean, I can understand that. If I looked at something old and went, ugh, I can't see anything useful, and then someone came over and went, actually, here's a massive load of things, I'd be like, oh no, you suck. I wanted to find things by myself. What's this? What have we got? This is a broken bone sculpture of a circle. I think it dates in the Ioxian Empire. It seems to be painted on, mistress. This is the start of a fragment of text. Beginnings and endings, much easier. Classic story conundrum. Oh, hey, if my Roomba could correct my maths equations, I'd be really pleased, because I don't want to do that shit. Not that I have maths equations or a Roomba, but we do have a little robot vacuum. It's called Matar. Don't ask. All right, a broken bone sculpture. That sounds pretty old. I am also archaeologist. This old. Maybe we're more alike than I thought. Okay, well, there's no little mountain, so it's not peace. She said it was the start, didn't she? But I don't like, they put like broken edges on the left and the right. That just bugs me. Let's just whack down what we have, see if we can make anything of it. Us, you, goddess. That's not right. Did we really need a little pause so she could say, yes, I agree, that is incorrect. What? We'll keep you goddess then. You have to take away the ones I wanted. Something goddess. I can add my translation for you to my dictionary now. Gosh, she's ticking the boxes. This is great. All right, so we've got like a comma, an X, and a lightning bolt, and that is a word. Possibilities are time, follow, blessing, or death. Related words could be dead, home, and walls. Well, they really want me to put some walls in, don't they? I think it's more like dead, which, you know, makes sense as we've just found it in a graveyard, and it's made of bone, so something to do with death. Oh, look, it says death. Death goddess, which we cunningly found. I'm too easily tickled. Alright, death goddess something you. Well, she welcomes you because we already decided. That's the cool thing about this game with the translations is it feeds on it builds on the translations you've made before, so the choices you've made early on create the foundation for following word translations. So if you if you translated it differently, you would go in a different direction. I mean, so it's not always exactly the same. You can't have the same playthrough, which is always cool. So yeah, it's going to be welcome. So it's a long word, long set of symbols. That's what we've learned. Death Goddess welcomes you in this bone shard. I'm getting hiccups now because I'm trying to knock my tea back. This comes from the same source as the charm and the robot neck we found here before, I think. Presumably, people regularly visited both these two sites. This should help us locate a place called the Withering Palace. Interesting that they would have such advanced technology as using the robot necks or collars to be able to play recordings from that are they're stored within the plinths that are the grave markers, and yet they're carving onto a bit of bone as well. I wonder if it's a tradition sort of thing. Alright, well, I'm glad I didn't assume that I'd been everywhere. Seriously, these lights are still on. It's quite interesting. Boop boop. Sorry, it phased right through you. Is that it? Oh. We can get through here. It's enough. To the glass house. Oh, is this the way you meant, Keppel? And an itchy knee. Oh, hang on. I have a message. Just got to check that it's not important. Excuse me, just sniffing into the mic. That's just lovely. It's not important. It's my own announcement for the stream. Good job, me. We're all over it. Checking the bushes. A narrow gap. Just gonna cut herself. Maybe I can squeeze through here. Mistress, you walked straight past a door. Mistress? Nah, squeezy. I'm an adventurer. I kept myself, by the goddess and all her fingers. So many thorns. I'm not going back that way, if I can help it. That sounds like me yesterday. I was trying to put up a kind of screen thingy behind this bush in our garden, and had to fight my way between the bush and the hedge, and I came out all covered in little scratches. Yes, it is very Alia not to be sensible because somebody told her she shouldn't do something, so she has to go ahead and do it anyway because it's her decision, damn it. It's peaceful here. So I'm ruining the peace. Alright, so we are back in the glass house. Water. She is bright, still flowing. She's amazing. After all this time, alright. She's mocking me. I would have thought it'd be clogged with moss and dirt. That is a good point, Alia. Well done. Okay. Try the door. Stuck? Stuck. Stuck. Why is every door in this place stuck? Looks like it should open outwards though. Throw yourself at it, Alia. Go on. Go on. Go just shove the door. Yeah. I'm not trying to break the protagonist. I just hope my shoulder doesn't go straight through. Oh no, I fell into the geometry. Eek. Has anyone said eek? Oh no, I lost a tiny bit of health that means nothing at all. I found a way in. So I see. I've tried so many doors in this place. That's the first one I've managed to open. I'm so proud. So proud. I see you are still undamaged yourself, mistress. Well, that seemed really worthwhile. I'm lost. Yes, I get lost on teeny tiny moons. Well, we found water though, so totally worth it. Alright, tea is finished. No more random stoppings. Oh. Come on. It's an adventure game, guys. I got pricked by thorns. I saw some water. Made random remarks. Robots are stupid. That's the problem. They run well, up to a point. Then they throw themselves over a cliff. Throw themselves? Or are they pushed? It's about 50-50. If I'm honest. That's actually nicer than I would have thought. So, we are now in front of the glass house. Again. Alright. Go ahead and tell me, how do I get out of this place? No, don't walk back in. Oh my god. Please tell me how to get out. I am not coming, mistress. Oh god. The way the music came in, I was like, oh my god, what's happened? I don't want you to, I just want you to get us across. Bloody doors. I thought once I could see the eye, I could hop over back. No, we are living here forever. This is because I said I liked it. Now the game's like, fine, stay here forever. Brilliant gameplay. I'm doing a good job. That's up to the spooky, sad ghost child. And was it a recording? I'm trying to remember exactly what it said, because it felt like it was talking to me. Because it was saying how everything's dark, which would make sense if you're, you know, dead. And she was afraid. Why would you record some, like... Oh god, we're here again. Help! Please! I don't want to be here. She's not going to jump across again. Oh, what was that? A waterfall! Oh, lovely. There's more water than I've ever seen, yes. I don't know how to get out. Only there was a way to transport water. Think it through. Alright guys, looks like we're going to live here now. So the rest of the stream is just going to be identifying plants. That's a red one. That's a purple one. This one's just green, that's okay. Usually 6 is like, can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Now he's like, I'm just waiting. Well then, mistress. Yes, yes. Say it. Say it. No. Oh, you tease, damn it. Please help me, 6. Please, I'm really sorry I threw all my other robots off cliffs. Please. How long have we been in here? Literally, how long has the stream been running? Yeah, What are these colourful flapping things? They appear to be everywhere, but only inside this chamber. I don't see any colourful flapping things. Oh, do you mean butterflies? Butterflies, 6. Some people on Iox collect them and pin them to boards. I think they look better in motion. Okay, well, great to get some new dialogue. I will use the front door, mistress. No, don't go. You're my only way out. 6, help me. Mistress. Oh, you son of a bitch. Let's go. Yes, let's. Right, we're going back through. Sometimes games are frustrating. That can happen. It's a little unfortunate to do it on stream, where it makes it very boring for people, but that's the risk you gotta take. Got our friend here. It's a bit hazy, isn't it? I actually don't care at this point. Perhaps we have seen all this site has to offer. Yes! Yes, please! Zoop, come on! Yes. I'm sure Huang will want to catalogue them for them. 6 is just like, let's go back to Iox all the time. Are you ready to go now? Yes, do it! Yes! Oh, sorry, I got so excited I dropped my lip balm. Leave the bloody place. Be ready, mistress. Wow. We have overcome our biggest challenge yet. We left the surface of the Garden of the Emperors. With rumours of a previously unknown site, the Withering Palace. Sure, continue. We made it. Oh, unbelievable. Almost an hour and 10 minutes. I mean, yeah, we did do a bunch of stuff in there. Aboard the Nightingale. We should sail to Iox and tell Miari what we've seen, and I'm sure she wants to see the crown. Yeah, we found the crown of the Ioxian Empire, and we're just like, I'll take that, yoink, in my pocket. And I don't want to go back there because it's just talking and awkward walking. A curious place, mistress. So much water. If we could ship it, you would be very rich. I could, couldn't I? Maybe I could tell someone about the place. I don't want to tell anyone about the place. They'll just mess it up. Oh, we've got things to look at. The figurine. I really should return this to Mercy. Though I've grown rather attached to it. That means she wants to keep it. She wants to keep it even though it's like the holy artifact of an like lovely Remba's crystal. We're just reminding ourselves here. It's beautiful enough. But that doesn't explain what Remba was doing with it. The robe. The robe Janiki hid. I wonder if we'll ever know what was so special about this robe. Yeah. We're all wondering now. Anything else to have a little reminder about? The actual crown of the Empire. And I've just hooked on the chair. Feels a bit more Tomb Raider than archaeologist. I think so anyway. Alright, time to move on. So we're going to come up to a flying part. I'm not going to talk because it looks weird when audio is muted. You can just listen to the lovely music as I fail to sail properly. Time to move on. I will prepare the ropes, mistress. Withering Palace. Yeah, I know that the story wants me to go back to Iox, you know, to talk to the lady about the crown and Remba and talk to her. I find those things really unrewarding. I enjoy most when we're out there looking at exploring sites and finding translations. But I'm terrible at flying. So, we are unfortunately quite far from the Withering Palace, but I want to go there. The ancient recording inside the goddess figurine had spoken of a place called the Withering Palace. What's more, we've heard curious stories about and found artifacts from the same place. What this site might have once been, I still have no idea. I don't know enough to find this site yet. Oh, no. Is it forcing us to go back for more information? I think after everything I just said. Fine, go to stupid Iox and do stupid talk. Yeah, I suppose it's only fair. She wanted to know what happened to her friend. Ghost's Wake. Sailing to Iox in Ioxian space via the lower reach. Alright, please forgive my flying. Oh, balls. I went the wrong way already. I'm gonna reset because I'm just okay. Okay, I got it. I was taken unawares. Okay, there's no music so far, so I can keep talking. This is a region of weaker flow once more, mistress. Okay, we've got a right turning coming up. I can do this. And then the boost. Oh gosh, I crashed into the edge. Somebody told me on a previous stream to stop fighting it, to just let it flow. Feels good to be back on a real river again. I think I was trying too hard to fly. Okay, there's music.
They say on Iox that the rivers flow with the souls of the dead. Anything to scare you to the ground.
It's always hard to tell when she's going to actually narrate it or not. Better to just stick with one way. I reckon consistency, very useful. So yeah, these are what most people think of when you say rivers in this world. We're in the lower reach. I don't know whether it is actually water particles. Oh hell, I don't know. Maybe it is. But this is how they travel between all of the different rocks and moons. It's a very fragmented world. I don't know whether it was... Ooh, mistress! There is another airless wreck, some distance away on the right. Okay, I'm really bad at getting to these places. Alright, we're trying. Approach shipwreck. I did it. Oh, this is one where I don't get to go down. The site appears to date from the earliest days of the nebula, mistress. Wait, mistress.
The robot wasted no time.
I don't get to go down and explore everything. I found a shredded river map. I wonder how long it's been there. I found some writing inside the space between 3 rivers. This is faded and illegible. Alright, I'm not going to try and do this now because the music's still playing, so it will be muted. Yeah, we'll come back to it. Just remind me about shredded river map. set us down 6. All right, time for Iox, the capital of, I don't know what it's called, the system. Who knows? The University of Iox. We should tell the professor what happened to Remba. It's been ages. To be fair, Alia doesn't like coming back that much anyway. She likes to be out and about. I wonder how many of those white shirts she's got. All right. We'll actually make her be respectful and go and tell Miari about her friend. Upstairs. Withering Palace 6. Somewhere in the Withering Ways, perhaps. Really? Enough evidence collected to search for the Withering Palace and the Withering Ways. That's all? Oh. Shredded river map, Cowlin, but I got it. Thank you. I had forgotten. I'm just, yeah. We didn't want to come back here. She takes one step on. She's like, I know where to go. All right. Somehow she couldn't have thought of the Withering Ways before we got here. Okay, well, the game's encouraging us to keep up on with the story. Can't fault it for that. But we're going to look at the inscription we found, as Cowlin reminded us. Translate. We have to remember to go back to old translations that we didn't finish as we learn more words. All right. We've got maybe gardens, but there's 2 spots it could go in. Got an at, perchance. At gardens. And... oh, okay. No, it's not gardens. And is wormy guy. Okay, the first word it's on a river map. So it could be strike, love, look, or move. Related word could be goddess, light, or sleep. Looks more like light. It's something at not gardens and something. It's very clear. Well, you can't move at something, you can't love at something, you can strike at something, but look or watch seems more the way to go because we are looking at this map. It's all right, Cowlin, you reminded me, even if 2/3 of the words were wrong. So, not gardens, but it's not removing gardens. It could be skies, stars, or stones. Related words could be treasures, remember, or sleep. Look at, well, I mean, I want to say stars for a navigation sort of purpose. Looks similar to treasures, but treasures is only an uncertain word. I'm going to put stars because navigation, and it's in space. Look at stars and, okay, possibilities are mystery, safely, song, or dream. Related words, treasures, remember, sleep, possibly. I think dream, you know, you're looking at a map, you're going to look around at the stars because the rivers obviously are running through space, so stars are around you, helps you navigate. That's the map. But there's also the freedom of possibility and exploration that a map can bring you. So dream, that sounds right to me. It could also mean wish. Let's go. A lot of them are rather poetic as well. So look at stars and dream. Let's go with that. It's not telling me anything, so we are forced to go talk to Miari. That one went okay, I think. I'm sure Professor Miari will be most keen to see the crown. I'm keen to show it to her. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, Miari, it's not like she raised her exactly, but she did help her get out of the slums of Elbarath, so there's some kind of loyalty there. Even though she's a bit of a hoarder and wants to keep everything. She hadn't asked. Skies and dream makes sense. Look to the skies and dream. I think the difference there is the rivers are out in space. They call them rivers. That's all they know of rivers. So you're above the sky already. You're in space, so you're closer to stars. That's my reasoning anyway. If it was a map of a moon or a planet, I could imagine look to the skies. Kind of. If that makes any sense. Okay, we'll ask a question because apparently we're just standing here. What I can't figure out is this. Miari's like looking at her. What was Rember doing finding ancient sites? He must have been following some kind of trail, mistress. But how that trail began and where it was leading him. Sometimes I can't tell who's speaking. Most unclear. God, she's right there. She's going to be like, Alia's back. I wonder if my friend is dead. Why is she just standing there talking to her robot? Hope you're doing okay today, Chidden asked. Always nice to just when you can catch a stream. I know it's not easy. Miari's office. Alia, you're back. And I don't know if I want to ask what you found. Maybe you don't, Professor. I'm just playing her as so obnoxious. She started it. It's not good news. I'm not a child. Just tell me what you saw. Yep. He's dead, Professor. She's a blunt person. His ship blew up as he tried to leave an off-river moon. Interesting. You're certain? That's a strange response. I'm not going to let Six... Six looks mad again. You can go check if you want. We didn't find his body, I'm just saying. Six is so mad. The wreckage is still smoking. Why is she smiling? What is wrong with her? Your robot told me Rember found some kind of ruin. What did you find there? Apart from smoke and wreckage. Alright, she's a very reserved person, so we can't assume that just because she's not breaking down that she doesn't care. Rember left us a message, weird smirk. Seriously, Six. Mistress? Go on. Did he not? I thought he did. Oh, the hopper did malfunction because it put us in a cave. And then, oh yeah, and Six went all weird and talked to us in a different voice. No, it was a recording of Rember, and Six, yeah, didn't remember what happened. And I spoke to Rember. She wants to know about Rember, it's her friend. Come on. We're being open here, just to be weird. I don't think I did last time. I fear my mistress is now dissembling, Professor, though to what end I sleece it. I thought Rember was dead. He spoke to me through a robot somehow. And what did he have to say? Well, we're being blunt. He said you weren't who you claim. See if we get arrested. I can't remember exactly what he said, so we're just like winging it here. Did that make any sense to you? Does it make sense to you? Ha ha! Touche. No. Poor Rember. He was never the most stable character. Someone had lived out there once. We found a ruined building. A hermit from Mercy, I think. Nothing more. See, I mean, I'm suspicious because it's a game. I don't see why she would be suspicious. It's her college professor. We're showing her the crown. There was the crown, of course. crown? Let me see it. This is what we found on that moon. Beautiful. Do you know what it is? It's a crown. Yep. It's a crown. I'm so glad we pay your stipend. Totally. It's only a crown. This is almost certainly the crown of the emperors of Iox. Lost when Iox fell. As you should know, I might add. I can imagine you lifting this from the ashes of the last emperor himself. And yet Remba found him, a roboticist. I wonder how he did it. So you're gonna keep it? It belongs on Iox, of course. Alia, this is your moment. Off you go and enjoy it. What? I lost a crown and you don't really give a shit about Remba. No, damn it, you'll talk to me. No. No, we're not suspicious. Okay, we're not suspicious. Have you ever heard anything about an ancient observatory? That's a curious question. Did he? Oh, fuck it. It's something Remba talked about. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't mean to make her lie if this is a lie. In the message he left for me. He actually left it for her, so that is a lie. I remember that at least. He thought she would come, Miari, to find an observatory. Mistress? I was not aware of this. Interesting. Please, Alia. Leave me to think, my dear. Well, like we said, she's probably just a very reserved person. One last thing, Alia. Tell me honestly. How are you finding your new companion? Are you working well together? It's only a robot, Professor. Alia doesn't like robots. That's canon. That's not me being me. Robots are valuable things, Alia. I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. I hope that's clear. Clear. I'm glad to hear it. I'm giving her a bit of a suspicious tone. I don't know why. But yeah, she could be really cut up and just be like, get out, I need to break down. My friend is dead. We have located one new location of note. The Withering Palace. Time to go, mistress? No, we still have more to do here. We are going to go and see Huang. Huang. Okay, ask questions. What are the chronicles of Mazwai that Huang's always reading about? I believe Mazwai was a pilgrim sailor. Blah, blah. She writes about the various places of the nebula. And about how the Great Loop has acted in these places. Sounds like history. Sorry, Chidness, I was stuck in that dialogue for a long time. I couldn't respond to you. The dialogue tends to disappear if I don't actually click on things. I'm glad you're finally having a relaxing Saturday. I could not live your life. Very tiring stuff. The robot I met on the Hideout Moon 6. It said something else strange. Yes, mistress? It said a great darkness was coming. What did it mean? What do you think? I'm not just talking for fun here, man. Master Remba did not lose his life out there without some cause. Okay, that was oblique. I think Huang's in here.
The library is a quiet spot to think, except when Huang's in there, which of course he always is.
Oh, no, don't you hate when there's a person who ruins their library? Alia, you're back. Did you find Remba? It's complicated. Being needlessly obtuse. That sounded like maybe you didn't. Did he go native on some wild moon? I've heard there are places out there where people get up to all sorts of things. Sounds like you've been reading too much again. Historians. There are books in here that claim all sorts of things. A moon of ghosts. A moon ruled by a buried god. A jungle of trees made of teeth. Most moons are just people trying to get by. She is cynical. Most, though. You said most. It's bad news, isn't it? About Remba. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know him. The professors... They're supposed to die in soft chairs watching the fountain. See, he has empathy. That's another thing. Alia doesn't really have empathy. Show him a text. I found something you might be interested in. She sidesteps the emotion. Let's see. There's a fragment of an inscription. I read it as Pilgrim and Stranger. Yes, I think you're correct about Stranger. I hope this isn't a cheat. If you come to him, he'll like fill in words for you. Nobody wants that. Okay, he's confirming words. That's all right. Thank you, Huang. Did you ever hear of the Withering Palace? Most likely an Empire period site and not too old. The Withering Palace. Now the text is really slow to come up. Let me think. Yes. I think the annals mention it briefly. Here, yoink, book. Wouldn't that be amazing? Like, I need a book. Boink. Here it is. And the lonely and the lost were pilgrims to the palace beyond the garden, where the best remained as mirrors of wise thoughts. Beyond the garden might be a clue. We found a garden. Sounds delightful. Well, it was more a graveyard. Long pause between conversations. I wouldn't trade our lives, Alia. I really wouldn't. Have you found any artifacts you want me to look at? Quite a few. Sure, the decorated bangle. Sharing amongst fellow historians. You ever seen anything like this bangle? Let me see that. There's an inscription. I read it as "Remember yourself in stars," which sounds ridiculous now. I'm really embarrassed you said that out loud. I'm not convinced by your use of remember. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. The word for remember should have a symbol representing person or maybe a robot. None of these seem quite right to me. It's nice to do this kind of collaboration. All right, now we're frozen a little bit. Let me just get rid of that. Okay, resume. So we don't like remember. Find, are, or sat. This wasn't suggested last time. I guess maybe he's suggesting it. Find are or is, sat or sit. Bind yourself in. That sounds quite poetic, but it's so long. No, I don't think this is it either. I'm going to put it in anyway. Usually, the longer the sequence of symbols, the longer the word attached. Bind yourself in stars sounds ridiculous. I'm so stupid. Bind yourself in rocks. No one's going to say that. But gardens is still there. It's just crossed out. That's interesting. Bind yourself in sky. That might be more likely. Like, yeah, let's just do that. Find yourself in heavens. No, that's all rubbish. Find yourself in heavens. Thanks, Wang. Interesting. I've seen something else like that, if I remember right. And it also had script. Now, where is it? We had to go and get it. He couldn't like teleport it to his hand. No, Accio. Yeah, this is it. Dude, you're facing the wrong way, my friend. Fella, there you go. This was written on a shard of a crystal earring. It was found buried here on Iox, back in my father's time. I don't know if it's related, of course. More translations. This one is several words. Is it several short words? Well, when you're putting it on it, it must be a small one just to fit on the earring. All right. Oh, I'm sitting up a bit straighter. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, stretch. Oh. Summer wears me out, and it is just too bright. I don't get enough sleep. Ah, oh, there you go. Nice little piece of random trivia. Nobody can comment on that. Oh dear. All right. So a bunch of small words. Light doesn't fit in. Don't throw light at me. Clearly that doesn't fit. I don't think you, because that would leave the long comma by itself. And we haven't found a word that short looking like that. That doesn't make any sense. We'll put who in. Who. Have who. That doesn't make any sense. Don't be crazy. Have or hold. It doesn't fit in anyway. You. We can give it a try. Maybe it is just a word. We don't know. I guess. Yep, it is. I believe I remember the word who, mistress. Sweet. All right. So something, who, you, something. Shard of a crystal earring. From the same as the bangle, I think. The bangle was from the ancient empire, Alia thought. Okay, possibilities are know, disappear, slave, or return. Well, know who you are is kind of what I'm going with here. I'm not seeing anything even close to this final word. It's R, Alia. Know who you are. Yeah, the game does try to help you out by doing familiar putting familiar phrases into it. Do you have any more like that? Yeah. All the translations. All the transcriptions. I'm stumbling over my words until it's almost time to stop. Let me see. How about this? Why hasn't he given me these before? It's a picture of a cracked crystal anklet. It was found adrift in the Western Wash. Anklets. Well, I haven't seen anklets around. They're not in fashion really anymore, are they? This is one end of the fragment to the text. I didn't read all of it. Okay, so this is the end of a piece of text. So the beginning doesn't have to make sense. The longest one we've got is that. Possibly R. Is there a U to fit in? No, that would be by itself. Something, so something, that are blah. U doesn't fit in. I'll just leave it like that. No idea. Oh, we had a bit of ideas. Anything else? Yeah, let's get them all. It's the best bit. Let me see. This is what we're here for. How about this? This. It was a chipped golden bracelet. Oh, jewellery we're picking up. It was found in a Renaki temple months ago. You'd think there'd be more pots. Alright. I've got one of these words in my notebook, but I can take a chance on what's left. That's how we roll. So it's something, tell us something. Okay. Possibilities: time, gate, blood, star. I'm leaning towards time off the bat. Related words could be forever, night, or no, water doesn't look right. Forever, night, that kind of links in with time. We're going to throw time in. We're brainstorming here. And then next word, will, people, before, or toast. That's funnier than goblet. Time will tell us together, thing, all, or do. Obviously, the only thing that fits grammatically is all. Time will tell us all. Everyone was very philosophical on their jewellery. Good times. Do you have any more? It's like when you're in an RPG and you go up to the innkeeper and you're like, have you heard any rumours? And they're just like, they say something and they go, anything else? And they go, well, I've got all the... They can't just list all the bloody rumours in one go. No, nothing comes to mind. Do you want me to archive the bangle? Yes. Don't care what Alia thinks. This is... You've got to be professional about these things, not hoard on your boat. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. Yep. Are we gonna loot the place? Loot the place. Not, oh, here. Books on all topics. Really? It'd hurt Huang's feelings if I said so. These books are all recent. Most from the last 50 years or so. Maybe he likes that. Oh, yeah. I'm getting a lot of these annoying messages, aren't I? Honestly, best viewers even mean? Compared to what? Compared to whom? At least make your weird adverts make sense. I can't actually come outside of the... Oh, actually I can if I do that. Leave me alone. Honestly. Alright, well... So we just hung out so we could diss his, do a little bookshelf roast. Oh, are you ready to go yet, mistress? Yeah, do it. We're not gonna doubt him anymore. Leave. We want to be trapped here. We've got a withering... Oh, Huang, sorry. Sorry, Huang, we're going. But... And so we left the university. With enough new information to find an undiscovered site, the Withering Palace. Intriguing name. A little bit Destiny, but... Yeah, onwards. It's alright, I don't want to review that right now. Exploration. Hydration. Whoa, that's a lot of bloom right there. Let's start sailing. We have about 10 minutes to go. I will ready the chocks, mistress. Ooh, what are chocks? Does anyone know what chocks are? I like new words. I know the phrase chock full of something. That must link. Oh, I do enjoy etymology. Withering Palace. Boom. Let's go. And it looks like a nice course as well. Not all wiggly like some of them were. Ended up going around in circles like 3 times. Ioxian space, sailing to the Withering Palace in the Withering Ways. Take the next left, mistress. Right. I can do it. I can do it. I do boats. Yoink. Ugh. Okay, we're alright.
All the rivers of the nebula flow to Iox in the end. If you tie off your sail, Iox is where you'll wash up. It's the heart of the nebula. Or else, it's the gutter. The withering ways. Vicinity of Withering Palace. I think the Withering Palace is close at hand. There is a path in the water. Let's see. Oh, search possible locations. Right. No, this is where I mess up. Oh, I should have, yeah, I should have gone right. Okay, so do this big loop and then stick to the left. Oh, it's an unexplored ruin. Could this be it? Okay, tab to exit. Can't reverse, unfortunately. So we'll go around the big loop. Stick to the left. Stick to the left. A ruin up ahead of some kind. Alright, so it's a ruin up ahead, not the Withering Palace. Well, it could be. I don't know, maybe it is a ruin. Stick to the left, stick to the left. There's some. Oh no, it's just a ruin, it's quite small. It's just a rock with a building sticking out of it. Clearly something's happened. This ruin appears to date from the Empire, Mistress. This should only take a few moments, Mistress. Too much mistressing. I recovered a piece of a copper pot decorated with a fountain design. It must have come from somewhere close by. The inside is heavily stained. Must have belonged to a heavy drinker. Whoever made this didn't include an inscription on the side. Alright, tab again. So... oh, we're going to do lots of loops, stick to the left, and then see. I think this comes from the place we're after. We must be nearly there. Let's hope so. Vicinity. Oh, we're no longer within our search zone. It just told me vicinity of the Withering Palace, and then said, no, actually, I lied.
I think, yeah, we wiggle in and out of it. We should be alright. Oh, God. We'll do our best. There's a blob there. Is this the site we're looking for? We'll do our best again. We are back within the search zone. Yeah, we're looping in and out, like I said, 6. Feels good to be back on a real river again, she repeats herself. Stick to the left, stick to the left. Might I suggest turning right? Sure. We have entered an area of minor flow once more, mistress. I went left. Was I supposed to go left? I just had left in my head. Okay, so we're going to come round here. And then down there. When are we going to have to choose? We might not have to choose for a while. Kind of see. Oh, the river looks really thin here. Can we fall off? Oh, important question time. So, which way do we go? Oh no, the text is too slow to tell me. Oh no! I believe there is a very gentle force here. That's not an answer, 6. I guess I'll just follow. He didn't tell me. There's nothing else I can do. Just enough to sail. It may lead somewhere. There's something up ahead. Can we get there? I think we need to loop around. Doesn't look palace worthy. Let's see where we are. Oh, we're pretty close. Well, to the possible location. Gosh. This isn't terrifying. There's something here. It's this big rock. We will need to hop her down, mistress. Yes. I believe I can see a viable surface. We did it, guys. Not too painful that time. The Withering Palace. This is the place the holographic head mentioned. How can there be a palace here? Well, everything looked like it's been split apart by maybe a catastrophe of some kind. And we've got like half a building sitting on a rock and things like that. Oh, it's a windy one. Yeah, not feeling great.
We hoppered down into a narrow, rocky canyon. Waves of dust made it impossible to breathe.
Impossible. Mistress? Give me a moment. Why did she put her scarf across her face?
This was the worst one yet.
You should not talk, mistress. The dust will get into your throat. It's as good as reason as any. We best keep moving. Alia, see, she had to say something because she was told not to say something. How long can I last out here? It seems quite apparent. You have 1 minute without shelter. After that, your lungs will begin to struggle. I'm not replying because she doesn't have a death wish. Can I die?
My head was spinning.
Mistress, the lack of atmosphere on this moon is taking its toll on you. Don't tell me, I know.
There was a clicky thing, a thing to click on. 2 minutes. A wind shadow. Okay, we're hiding in the wind shadow. By the moons. A wind shadow. Whew. This place sicks. This place is horrible. It is indeed horrible. Alright. So one thing I'm going to do before we stop is the text is too slow at this point. I'm just going to have to make do with it. We are going to stop there. It is time.